Welcome back to the Even If podcast. I'm Kinsey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are going to just chat about the holidays.
Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I think by the time this comes out, it will be Thanksgiving week. So happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And
I can't wait.
Christmas.
And Merry Christmas and a happy freaking New Year. Let's freaking go.
All right. We're going to start with Spitfire questions.
Let's go.
I've got Thanksgiving questions for you.
I got Christmas for you.
All right, Kenzie.
Ready.
Thanksgiving, lock in. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm locked in.
Turkey or ham?
Turkey. I don't know why I took so long. Turkey. Neither. I don't like really either, but I'll take turkey.
Okay. Weird.
You're like, shut up.
No, yeah, that's good. Spitfire. This is going well. All right. Pumpkin pie or pecan pie?
Pecan pie.
And why is the other one wrong?
Because pumpkin's weird.
Okay. Most overrated Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing. Ugh.
Weird. What?
Hurry up.
What side dish would you be if you were one?
Sweet potato mash.
You would be one? If you were a Thanksgiving dish, what would you be?
Sweet potato hash.
Why?
Because I love sweet potatoes.
No, it has to be like about you. Like your personality.
My personality.
Because you're sweet. That makes sense. And you're a potato.
And I got a lot of vitamin B12. Also, did you know that if you eat a lot of sweet potatoes, apparently you're more likely to have twins.
Oh,
and Homegirl wants to just spit them out when
I want twins.
I want
Do you want
twins. Yeah, I want twins.
Lord, won't you do it?
I want twins. You know why I want twins?
I've been praying
Two
for twins.
one.
I've been praying.
Have you been praying for twins?
I've literally been praying over my women.
I need to
praying
pray
for twins. And my mom's a twin, so
you
anyways,
actually
okay,
have
back
a
to
really
Spitfire. This is not going well. Okay, so you would be sweet potato mash.
Yes.
Okay. What's your go-to excuse to leave awkward family conversations?
I'm leaving. Like, I'm done with this conversation. Bye.
No excuse. Just
no.
up and leave.
I usually just get up and start doing the dishes when I'm over it.
Okay. Would you rather host Thanksgiving or clean up?
Host.
All right. I'm sweating.
That was great.
That was fun.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Your turn. Naughty list or nice list? Be honest.
Like, what am I on?
Like, what are you on?
Nice.
Rapid fire. Sorry. This or that. This is a this or that section. Naughty or nice?
Nice.
Mariah Carey or Michael Bublé?
Mariah.
Real tree or fake tree?
Real.
Okay, these are some other different questions, not a this or that. Would you rather wrap 100 presents or untangle 100 strings of lights?
Oh, dear. Wrap.
Who would you not want to be stuck under the mistletoe with?
I can't even imagine being stuck. Anyone. I'd take anyone.
No, it said, who would you not?
I know.
Oh, you're like,
I don't get anyone. Does that mean just like calling out? Like, I don't know, all my exes don't meet me there?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, seriously, though. Okay, that was great. No, we're not done, though. If you were an elf, what would your name be?
Elfie. I hate that.
Candy canes or cookies?
Oh, that was my answer. Cookies, for sure.
Yeah. Elf or Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Yeah, amen. Would you rather eat only fruitcake for a week or listen to Jingle Bells on repeat?
Eat fruitcake? Is fruitcake a Christmas thing?
I guess.
Have you ever had fruitcake at
Never
Christmas?
in my life. I just call people a fruitcake.
Is your name calling?
You're such a fruitcake.
Okay, so am I either calling... What's the question?
Would you rather eat only fruitcake for a week or listen to Jingle Bells on repeat?
Is fruitcake good? I'd eat it if it's good.
You know what I think about fruitcake as is like that disgusting like Jell-O cake thing that like is sticky. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a Jell-O?
Like a Jell-O cake. I think a fruitcake. Like just this disgusting.
Like you're saying all the same words. It's like Jell-O, like a cake. It's disgusting. So it's a cake, but Jell-O, but disgusting.
Okay, something about me. I'm terrible at telling stories. And I'm
No,
also
you're
terrible.
not.
No, but I am like when I have something that I really want to talk about
you
and I
just
want
keep
to tell a
saying the
story.
same
I
thing.
can't get it out.
I know that about you, but thanks for sharing.
Yeah. I just want someone to know me like you know me.
No, like I know you.
I know you know me.
So I think I would listen to Jingle Bells and eat fruitcake. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, that's all I got.
Okay.
That was fun. I'm
That was
sweating.
fun. All right. So holidays.
So holidays. How do you feel about you know, everyone has holiday season starts to approach and you either are really excited about the holidays or people kind of get sad about the holidays or anxious or weary about when holiday season approaches. Where do you land in that?
Well, you know, I texted our girls group recently and just said, I just saw Christmas decorations and I cried because I'm so happy because I love them. And I also am so sad because I wish I had a boyfriend to love them with. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Yes,
and
I do.
I think it's just something about the holidays are so magical and fun and exciting. And I love the lights and the cozy. And I just wish I had somebody to do all that with.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, the holidays really feel like such a both. It's such a both of, it's so exciting. There's so much family time. Like my family, we do a lot of things. We have a whole daggum Christmas calendar of just events going on, whether it's like parades in town or my niece's recital or a night where we make cookies together and the girls go to the Nutcracker. Like we have so many events. And then Thanksgiving is so fun. The family's all together. We invite people over and we have funny traditions and things we do. And I just like can't wait to share that with somebody. And so I think it's been, there's times I've done it really well in the past, I think. And there's times where I haven't. And I think, to be honest, the older I've gotten, at times it feels like it's been harder because I think when I was younger, I have 3 brothers. And when I had one that wasn't married, it was just like, it was fine because we just had one in-law, and then we had 2 in-laws, and now we have 3 in-laws, and now it's like my whole family's complete, but we just keep having more babies, but I'm still there single, and so I think that can be hard, but I've also learned so much about needing to share my feelings and voice them because there have been times where I haven't. And there was one Christmas, I remember we were all at my parents' house watching The Grinch, and we have this night called G2, 2 G words, Giordano's Pizza and The Grinch. Oh, we just have a G2 night, eat Giordano's pizza and watch The Grinch. And so we were all back there eating pizza, watching, and I think I got up to, I don't know, grab another piece of pizza or something. I get up to do that. And as I look back at the living room and see everybody sitting together, I notice one of my brothers has his arm around his wife. My other brother is rubbing his wife's neck. My other brother and his wife are like cuddling on a little love seat. And I'm just standing there being like, why am I here? Like, I just feel like I'm imposing a date night. And what am I doing here? And I'm sure, I guess my parents were probably back there too, and just feeling like I have no place there. And so I think that's been something for me personally that's been hard at the holidays, just having such a big family. Yeah. At times has felt like, what's my place? Where's my place? Where's my place? And I don't belong, or am I imposing? And also, I apparently have a lot to talk about.
No, I love
during
this.
The holidays.
It's so good.
I think the other thing is, as my family has gotten bigger, something my parents have done really well, and I'm so grateful for it. We don't have conflict or like tension at the holidays. It doesn't feel hard because I think my parents have led my family so well in this, in the sense of, when we celebrate the holiday, my parents have always just been like, we just want to be together, whatever that looks like. It doesn't have to be on the date. And so they've kind of just given my brothers permission to be like, y'all do your own family thing, or if y'all want to do it with your wife's family, totally fine. And let's just find a time where we can all be together.
That's amazing.
And so I think for Thanksgiving this year, we're celebrating it after. It's not going to be on the actual day. And we've done that for the past several years. I love that. We will do it on a Friday or a Saturday. And it's just whenever we can all be together. So they can all also be with their spouses and family, and then same with Christmas. We'll do Christmas on the 26th or 27th. And I love that because I'm so grateful we all get to be together, and it's not an argument about where are people going. And I'm grateful for when I have somebody in my life. Hopefully we can work around that schedule too. Totally. But I think what's hard about it is then actually on Thanksgiving Day, on Thursday, I have no plans, and everybody else is with their family, and I don't. And my brothers call their families, and I'm not considered. If that makes sense. I don't mean, it's nothing against my brothers. But like any of them, if they say my family, they talk about their wife and kids, as they should.
As they should.
But when I talk about my family, I'm like, I'm talking about you guys. Yeah. Because y'all are my only family.
You've moved on. You have your own family.
Yeah. Again, as they should.
As they should.
And so I think it just makes me feel like, what do I do? And I've had to voice that. Not to them because it's not their responsibility, but my parents obviously know how I feel. And so there was one time we all went to Savannah, Georgia, and just did a trip on Thanksgiving because I think we weren't celebrating it till later that weekend. So we spent the week out of town, went to the beach, and just us 3 got away. And there's time on Christmas where just mom, dad, and me will do something. But I think that can feel really lonely when it's just things change and we don't have the same Christmas traditions where my brothers and I used to all sleep in the same room together the night before Christmas. And now Christmas Eve is just, there was a couple of years I've spent the night by myself on Christmas Eve, and I wake up and it's Christmas Day, and I'm just by myself at my house. And it's not how it was growing up.
Yeah.
So that was just a dump of my emotions.
No, I'm so great. You know how many people also relate to that and feel that way? And I think it's the holidays always bring, I think it doesn't matter what type of family you come from. Like, I think you and I come from such different family dynamics, but like I relate not in the same way because I can't, I will have to imagine that my brother's dating a girl that I think he's going to end up marrying, and I hope he does. And so then he's going to be on his way building his own family, and kind of already is with her, which as they should, they're, years into dating. But how many people also relate to what you just said, where you're kind of watching everyone as they should. Your siblings have their own families as they should, but because you're the last one standing, it can make you feel, arguably, of course, just like, dang. And that's just the reality. And so that's just, I don't know anyone that like is like, I can't wait for the holidays. I love it. Unless when I was 10, I loved Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think maybe even I didn't love it then.
But you're saying you don't think you know people that are excited for the holidays?
Yeah. I don't know a ton of people that are like, either way, I think that the holidays bring about, I have a friend that lost her dad, and her husband lost his dad and his mom, and going to the holidays is really hard for them. I think
it just brings
up a lot. I know it can be a really sensitive time of year, where people can kind of just, I don't know. I know for me, it definitely is a season where, just with my own family, the dynamic, like I know I struggle too.
Yeah. Do you want to share some of that? Because I think, and it's true. I mean, I will say I'm very excited about the holidays.
Yeah, you are. You are a holiday
girl.
Also, side note, did you know I live we can walk to Santa's pub from my house?
Let's freaking go.
So
let's go.
We need to go to Santa's. I drove around the other day and I was like, Santa's pub, if you don't live in Nashville, is like where Ed Sheeran, like all of these, like it's like a karaoke bar.
It's a dive.
It's a dive bar, but it is
PBRs
so
are $3,
literally. And like randomly, like Ed Sheeran, like you'll see random massive celebrities there, which is not the point. But it's just this massive dive bar that is so much fun, especially around the holidays. So, anyways, we need to go, but we can walk from.
So down. I had no idea. Great.
I completely interrupted you, and now I don't
know
what we're saying,
I think I was just saying, like, yes, as much as we love holidays, like I do love holidays. I love plans. I love events. I love having fun things going on. I'm such a holiday girl.
Yeah, you are.
So I really do look forward to it, but I think it does bring up a lot. And it's funny that no matter what season of life we're in, or no, I guess not season. Well, probably what season, no matter what season of life you're in, or even how you were raised in family dynamics, because I have this big family. We all live here. You have a smaller family and y'all are scattered, but it's still, there's always just family stuff because I think there's this, maybe it's because there's an expectation of how the holiday should be,
it should go,
whether it's what we think culture says or even what we experienced as kids. As kids, it's like we try to replace what happened when I was 5, but it should be different as a 33-year-old woman than how I experienced Thanksgiving then, because my family has tripled in size and your family has moved countries, and so that makes sense that things change.
Yeah.
But tell us what it's like for you when you think about
holidays. Always growing up just brought about emotions with my parents that caused so much conflict. Like there was always a fight. And so as a mediator in my family growing up, especially less now, but still kind of that middleman, I just felt like I played this role, and I wasn't really like a kid around the holidays, and Dad was upset and Mom was crying, and it was just kind of like the cycle. And then as you get older, I moved down to the States when I was 18. Brother went down to college shortly after, and then Mom moved down. So then my brother and I spent a lot of holidays separate because, one of us was with my mom and one of us was with my dad. Usually I was with my mom and my brother was with my dad. So there's a lot of Christmases and Thanksgivings where it was just me and my mom. And I operate from like, I have like this saying that I want when I am married one day. I want to be, and I also am starting to talk like when I'm married, not if I get married. It's like when I'm married, when I have kids, and when I'm married, I want to have an open door and a stocked fridge.
Yeah.
I just am such a I'm a host and a gatherer, and I want my home to be open to whoever needs it.
Love that.
And I didn't really come from a family that operates that way. Everything kind of had to feel like it's perfect, and mom would get anxious that the food was done on time, and it just kind of created this like stressful environment. It couldn't just be this like really at ease place. So for me, the holidays feel like tense, and conflict has always kind of just existed within the holidays, and we never really know who's going to be where. And my brother hates to plan, and he usually comes into Nashville from LA, but we don't really know when he's coming and if he's coming. And I will move mountains to make sure I'm with my brother.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm coming to your house, but there's a chance my brother will fly in. And if he does, like, I want to be with him
for sure.
But it's just annoying because I'm like, bro, I want to be with you, but like, if you could just give me a little heads up. But I'm also just like, I get it, that's just his personality type. And also kind of comes with like, we both have to kind of cater to like, what's the mood of our mom going to be? And, he's at an age with Lauren, his girlfriend, where they're building their life together. Right. And so this will probably be the last, they're dating, but I really do think they're going to get married. So, which is amazing. So I'm kind of going into this holiday season thinking this will be the last time potentially that us, and so they'll go and build their own family, and Lord willing, I'll be able to start building mine.
Oh, you're saying the last, I thought you were, I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
The last time of you being single. I was like, yes.
Yeah, no, I would love that.
Let's
believe. So yeah, I think it's just every year it's been hard. And this year I'm kind of going in more emotionally detached from expectations and my family. Yeah. And not because I don't love my family, but just because like, hey, they're not going to give me the source of joy. And so I'm kind of going into this holiday season being like, I don't really know where I'm going to be. It's going to be fine. I've spent Christmas alone before. And so I know I won't be alone, but also I am just very much a person where my friends are my family. Yeah. So I'll be with you on Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, I'll probably be with my mom. She's still here. She moved back to California, but she'll still be here, and ultimately be with my dogs. But I definitely try to just not survive the holidays, but I kind of just like to get through it because my heart just longs to have a family of my own and build a family and create a holiday, 2 holidays that I didn't have growing up. Yeah. And even as an adult, I just don't like not knowing what I'm going to get. Yeah. And so I want to, and I know I'll create that stability with my own family of like, my kids will always know what they're going to get. And I want it to be like a very like safe, joyful place. And again, I know my parents did the best that they could, but the holidays have always just been rocky. And I'm just really in a place in my life where I'm done with the rockiness. And so I'm making choices and having boundaries and learning that, for a while, but especially now at 35. So with my brother, we were on the phone the other day, and I was like, dude, like at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter. We just need to be with each other. And I think that's something too. I was thinking about like, if I am still single this time next year and Trexon's engaged or married, like I'm gonna go be with him. And like, I'll just be like, hey, I want to be with you. Like you're my brother, and we always have each other. And no matter what's going on with our parents, like we'll have each other. So, I think that's just, the holidays are just this, they're tough. Yeah. As I'm talking. Yeah, they're tough.
I was on a friend's podcast recently. I think I shared it in another episode, but we were talking about this, and she was interviewing me on she's married. She has 2 kids, been married 12 years, and was just talking about what's it like being single at the holidays. And she asked some good questions from a married perspective. And I think a lot of her listeners are married. So she was able to ask questions about like, what are things that we don't think about, or what are things that we don't know? And I think one thing I shared was just like, yeah, sometimes I think if you're married, if you're listening to this and you're married, sometimes we do want to still be invited, and we might not always go, or, it's going to depend on where we're at, but we still do want to be invited. And I think that like holiday plans, I have some girlfriends who every year we just do a Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, and it's just girls. And that feels so fun because it's not like they're not inviting their husbands because of me. It's not like I'm the only one left out. It's our thing. We just do it with girls because we're girlfriends. Yeah. And the guys aren't friends. It's through my Bible study group, but we just all get together as girls. And it is so sweet to be a part of that group because I just feel so included. Yeah. And I think too, what I realized as I was talking on my other friend's, Claudia's podcast, I was just saying there's things too that we can also offer in our singleness. Like I'm able to watch my brother's kids while they go Christmas shopping because for me, Christmas shopping is not stressful. It's fun. I enjoy it. I leave gifts all over my house and I wrap them whenever I want. For them, they have to find time to leave their kids to go shopping. Then they have to find time to hide the gifts and then find time to wrap the gifts and then not make sure the kids open them. You know, and I just realized, okay, what can I do to serve in this season? And how can I watch their kids to let them go out and do that because I have the time. And so I think just thinking of each other in these times of, there's times that it's hard being married during the holidays because of XYZ or hard with kids or grieving losses or parents. And I think there's just a lot of emotions that come up and realizing we're all fighting our own battles. We all have our own stories and things we're going through. But figuring out like how to just have grace in this season. I think the holidays are a good time to just show extra grace.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. Grace is so important. I remember when I was going through something really difficult, a therapist once told me, it's almost like you're in a river and you're just kind of floating through the river. And in this analogy, like you're on your back and you're kind of just going through it. And I think part of going through the holidays when there are moments or triggers or pangs in your heart of like the awareness of being single or the awareness of maybe a lost loved one or an unmet expectation or whatever the case may be, it's just kind of like, hey, it's just a moment. We're going to move through this. Because I do think around the holidays, things are just heightened. Yeah. I think everything is just heightened. And I think, who was I saying this to? I'm having a deja vu moment, but I think at the end of the day, I was saying this to one of our girlfriends because, she's in this place in a relationship where we've all been there where you're like trying to decide, like, are we going to do the holidays together? Are we going to do them separate? You know? And I've even just watched my brother navigate this with his girlfriend. I've personally navigated this in my past relationships, but it can feel really tense when you're like trying to figure out like who you're going to spend the holiday. Are you going to spend it together? And then whose house are you going to? And so I was just trying to encourage her and just say, hey, just don't, it's not that deep if you guys don't spend the holidays together. Like, it doesn't mean that he doesn't care about you any less. And it just might be a bigger deal to him than it is to you. Or you might have, needs that he may not quite understand based on your dynamics of where you come from. But then I was just like, and it was just the Lord giving me this encouragement of just like, at the end of the day, like Christmas is about the gift of God's son.
Literally.
And so, and Thanksgiving is a day to just gather with whoever, even if it's one person, and just sit and like be grateful. Like stop the busyness of your day, take the day off. I teach on Thanksgiving and I love it. But like I talk about this too. We call it a gratitude ride. And it's just like, so what are we grateful for? Because I read this and I don't remember who said it. Maybe it was Dallas Willard or I don't remember. But it was basically like, gratitude may not be the thing that changes your circumstances, but it will always be the thing that changes you. And I think about that. I'm like, isn't that the point? Good. Like, isn't it the point? Is like we change, and we grow more grateful. And with gratitude, like with Jesus, it's just like, it's just an intimacy with him that's built. And so when I think about the holidays, I'm like, again, you pull yourself up 30,000 feet and you go, this isn't about who I spend it with. It's not about a lack of like, I don't have a partner. Of course I would love it. And I can't wait for the day. And to have my own kids and have them experience it, all these things. But when I get outside myself a little bit and I go, oh my gosh, like God gave us the greatest gift we'll ever get. And it's like, that's the point is like, he gave us Jesus. And it's Jesus's birthday. It's not Christmas.
Right.
But that doesn't negate the feelings that come up when you are aware. Because I think with singleness, like around the holidays, there's just holiday parties and there's people are just like cozied up because it's cold. And, I love to buy gifts and it's not a love language of mine, but I love to give gifts and I love getting my brother gifts. I love dressing him. So I'm like, I just want to dress I want to like, And so, it's like exciting. But I want to do it for with the right person because I've been in relationships that were the wrong people. And so I think it's one of those things where it's perspective. And then it's also, like you said, it's just like an absurd amount of grace with yourself when those pang moments come, because they're going to come, I think, more than they would if we weren't in the holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's just heightened.
Yeah.
Everything is heightened.
No, I agree.
Do you feel like, and I feel like I know the answer because I know you, but do you feel like you thought that the season would look different than it's going to look? And if it does, which I know the answer, then how do you fight that? Like, what do you tell yourself? How do you reconcile that you are actually exactly where God wants you this holiday season? Why are you laughing? That's a really good question. I'm pulling a Sarah Helton. The thing about us is she's a great question asker, and I just literally talk too much. So she's really good at, when we do have guests, I stare at the guests and I'm just so like in the moment. And then Sarah looks at me and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to ask a question. Shoot, I'm so in the moment.
Stop. No,
but that was a good question.
My gosh, that was a really good question. I was just laughing because I was
tell me.
I was hoping you would stop after part 1 of like, is this how you expected your life to look?
Oh.
And you're like, I know the answer. I was going to be like, no, this is exactly how I thought. Yeah, I thought I'd be 33 and single and lonely for sure. No, I'm kidding. I wonder if people expect that. Like, do you expect this? I don't know.
No, I definitely didn't think I'd be 35 and single. I'll tell you that.
I did not expect this. I remember promising my boyfriend in high school that if we weren't married by 25, which was so
dude, the fact that you're saying that
we would get married. And I'm like,
the guy that I literally
got married because we didn't have to get married.
The guy that I promised that to just got married. It was like, if we're not married by the time we're 40, he was like my 40? First love. Yeah, I had 40 because we're both older, and he just got married. So
mine was by 25.
25?
Because we were 18 and then we like broke up, but it was like, but if we never find anybody by the time we're 25, let's get married if we're that old. But he got married before then. So
that's really young.
R.I.P. and praise God, because not my guy.
Yeah. Girl,
anyways, okay. So no, I didn't expect to be here. And then you were saying like, what do you do about it?
Yeah. How do you reconcile that?
With knowing that you are. Question. That is a great question.
Thank you. Thank you
for asking.
Come on.
Good question. Well, okay. I actually have felt convicted about this recently, because I think there are things that I can feel. We always talk about this perspective, right? I can feel sad about when I think about Christmas. There are ideas and dreams and prayers I have of how I would raise my babies and how I like traditions I would have at the holidays. And I feel so sad because I can't do that and I don't have babies to do that with. And this is the story I tell myself, right? Like I have all these ideas and what for, and I want these things, but I feel recently like, one, I'm going to start writing them down. Like these traditions and ideas that I have of things I want to do, I want to write them down. 2, I want to do them. And part of it's like, I want kids that I can take on a pajama ride, because that's what we did growing up. We'd all go on a pajama ride, get in my family car, and then we'd turn on Christmas music and just go have hot cocoa and popcorn in the car and go look at Christmas lights.
The best.
But I can't do that right now. Like I don't have kids. And then something we did, I have memories of as kids, before we would open Christmas gifts, we'd all sit around and the boys and I, my brothers, we'd fight over who gets to read the Christmas story, and we'd read it. We'd open the Bible and read the Christmas story, read about Jesus's birth before doing anything.
Love that.
And I think we've lost that as the years have gone on. And so I think I felt sad at times being like, I wish I had a family, because I would do that in my family. But then I'm like, you know what? Who says I can't incorporate that into my family, which I view as family, even though they might not be doing it, or maybe they are doing it and I'm just not there. But when my whole family of 18 of us are together, we don't do that. Or we haven't, at least for the past several years. But I could be the one to initiate that and be like, hey, y'all, before we do this, can we remember the reason for the season? Can we like pause and do this? Because that's a way I would love to lead my family and encourage my family, and would pray that my husband would want to lead us in that way as well. And so even if I don't have that right now, I can still be doing those things, or like making gingerbread houses. I want to do that with my kids, but I don't have that right now. And so, you know what I do? I go steal my nieces and nephews and do it with them, or get some girls together and do it with them, So I think a lot of it is perspective, getting out of our own head of like, and then how can I serve in this season? I mean, serving my brothers by watching their kids, serving my girlfriends by hosting Friendsgivings or organizing a Friendsgiving, or like, what does it look like to just not get caught up on what I don't have, but be thankful for what I do have, and be thankful for the Savior's birth, who has changed my whole entire life. And so I don't know, I kind of felt encouraged on starting a list of what are those traditions and ideas that I have, and then seeing which ones I can implement and what I can do in this season.
That's so good. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
It's good.
So did you expect to be here?
It's such a stupid question.
I thought I had good questions.
No. And my question is stupid.
No, it wasn't stupid. I know. It was like a 2-part.
You know what's so funny?
No, tell me something.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I think it's almost like, because, Miss Lane, expect a miracle with uncommon hope. It truly feels like a miracle to be not single because I've been single for so long. And single, I mean like not married. Like, let's preface that. Not that I'm dating anybody right now, but you know what I mean? Like it's single, right. Not married.
Right.
So the idea of being married, I think, feels very foreign to me. So it's almost like it's a both. It's like 50%. Yeah, I expected to be here. And 50% like,
because it's all
it would have been crazy. It's all I've ever known.
Yeah, I hear you.
So not actually being single and being with the person, I'm not just like talking about being in a relationship. Like being with the person I'm going to marry feels so foreign to me.
I know.
So that doesn't really feel like it's expected because I haven't had it, and it's been a long time. Yeah. Well, it's been forever because I haven't met the person yet. So it's like I don't really know any different. I know what it's like to show up at the holidays and be with my family and just do that. I know what it's like to be alone.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I've reconciled that, but there are, like we've talked about, it's just not something that I desire.
Yeah.
So I didn't really expect to be 35. I will say, I think I thought maybe early 30s. I think just when it comes to age and where I thought I would be by this time in my life, I definitely didn't think I would be here. So I'm just believing and contending that God is doing something that I can't see. And with that, I'm just really excited to be able to, I have to fight to be at the posture of like, okay, if my husband's not here yet, then God is clearly making someone like really special.
And praying for him, because what's he doing? Is he lonely?
Is he alone? Oh, like I hate that. Like it's like just like, but for whatever reason, there's like a C.S. Lewis quote, and I'm gonna totally butcher it, but it basically just says like, if God has us waiting, then like there's a reason that is so worth it that He keeps us waiting. And I think if I think about my future husband, wherever he is, if he is single during this season, it's like the Lord is working in him and teaching in him things that will be so beneficial for our marriage. And so therefore God's doing the same thing in me. And I really think for you and I, like, I really believe this, Sarah. I know this is going to sound so crazy. There is not going to be a holiday season that I am ever going to take for granted when I'm married. Because I've known so many holidays by myself.
Yeah, it'll be so special.
So it'll be so special. So I think it's like one of those things that you learn when you have the absence of something, then suddenly the presence of something makes it just like, oh my gosh, you're here and we get to do this together. And
it'll be so fun.
It'll be so sweet. But yeah, no, I definitely didn't expect to be here.
Okay, I found that C.S. Lewis quote because you just texted it to me recently. But it says, I am sure that God keeps no one waiting unless he sees that it is good for him to wait.
Yeah.
So it must be good for us to wait.
Must be good for us to wait.
And you know what? Think about that. We waited for the whole daggum savior of the world, remember?
Literally.
People waited forever for that.
Literally.
I can wait for a husband.
Yeah.
All right.
And also my verse of the month is literally, I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of God in the land of the living being this side of heaven. And yes, I already have seen goodness. Yeah. But in our verse for the week we did a couple weeks ago, I think it was a couple weeks ago or last week, in Habakkuk. I love saying that word. I can't even say it right. It's just like God, like we wouldn't even believe it if he told us how good it's going to get.
Habakkuk 1:5.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just think about like,
be utterly amazed.
Be utterly amazed, immeasurably more in God's perfect timing. Like there's verse after verse after verse that we can hold to that speak to us directly. And I can't wait to share stories. And also it'll be really cool to like look back on these episodes when we are married and be like, remember? Like,
oh my gosh. Okay, Lord, I'm going to pray. Lord, would you let this be our last single Thanksgiving and Christmas? And that next time when we're recording this at this time next year, our husbands will be with us on the episode. So amen.
Did you hear that, future hubby? Get ready to be on this podcast.
Yeah, come on with it. Well, I love that. I think too, just holding on to scripture in these times, holding on to what we know is true, holding on to perspective and all of it.
And be with your friend. Like if you are kind of like Sarah and I, where your family has got their own family, or you're like me, your parents are divorced and maybe you don't really go and spend, maybe you're with one parent or no parent, like gather in fellowship with each other and be with your friends, and don't be afraid to ask them, hey, can I come over to your house for the holidays? Like, I think that's something that I have struggled with, is like letting people in on when I need prayer.
Yeah.
And I'm learning how to be better about that. But just being like, yeah, I'm coming to your house for the holidays. I want to be with you. Because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And family is just because it doesn't need to be blood to be family. So, get around those people and just remember like the reason why we do Thanksgiving, the reason why we have Christmas.
The reason for the season.
Reason for the season, baby.
Well, something that I think is such a basic journaling technique, journaling tool is write a list of gratitude. And this week, as we go into Thanksgiving, I'm doing it myself. Encourage our listeners to like, really let's just write what we're thankful for, because the list goes on. And you know what? I have an idea.
Tell me.
Write a list of how many things you're thankful, or write a list of gratitude and do it as many as you are old.
Oh, that's great.
So like, I'm going to write 33 things. You're going to write 35 things.
Perfect.
And that'll make it fly by. And then we're going to
so good.
Be like how easy it is to think of.
Oh yeah.
All of the gratitude. Because even if it's not like we're doing it for every year, but I could think of something every year I'm grateful for.
Literally.
Every year of my life. He's been so faithful. He's been so good to me. So kind to me. And I have so much I could be thankful for. And so however old you are, write that many thankfuls this week.
So good.
Before Thanksgiving.
I love that. Okay. And then verse of the week.
Verse of the week is 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. Rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus.
So good.
That is our prayer and hope for us, you, everyone listening. Rejoice always, find joy because Jesus is joy. Pray continually. We will continue to pray for the desires of our hearts, the things that the Lord has put on our hearts, and then give thanks in all circumstances, no matter what our lives look like, whatever this week may look like for anyone, just that we can give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will.
So good.
And remember,
even if
He is still good. Another one.